everyone! Today I thought I would film a beauty video for you. I haven't done one of these for so long now, just because I don't have the time basically. So Gracie's gone down for his nap and I have to do my makeup anyway, so I thought I would film my everyday makeup routine for you. So the first thing that I do is moisturise, and at the moment I'm using this Artemis Hydroactive Cellular Face Oil, which sounds bizarre because when you put oil on your face you expect it to just be like oily and gross, but it's actually really nice. The only thing I would say about this is that it stinks and it's supposed to smell like lemons, I think, but it just smells horrible, and the only reason I'm still using it is because I just love what it does to my skin and I love how it sets my makeup. So I'm just putting that all over my face. Once I've put my oil on, oh, it stinks, I need to wash my hands. Just gonna grab my handy baby wipes. I just use them for everything, like literally everything. Cleaning the house, wiping my makeup off my hands, wiping Grayson's bum. Anyway, the next thing I do is use some primer, and sometimes I forget this bit because I'm in a rush, and sometimes I just don't use it because I can't really be bothered, but I do like using it because it does make my makeup last for longer. And I'm using the airbrush primer from Topshop, which I think is quite cheap. I think it's about £6 or something. I've lost the lid. I don't know where it went, and I just put a tiny bit of this on because I find if I put a little bit too much on, then my foundation kind of sticks in weird places. Next is foundation. I'm using the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and this was raved about a very long time ago and I only just started using it properly. I have bought a colour that is a little bit too dark for my skin tone because I stopped using fake tan recently and I very much underestimated how pale I actually am. I normally just tip a little bit out of the pot onto my hand. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't have a pump. I think you can buy a pump. I have reviewed this over on my blog, so I'll pop a link to that below if you guys want to go and read more about it and hear like a full review. So I pop a little bit of that on my hand. I think I probably put way too much on there. And I mix it with a little blob of NARS Copacabana highlighter, and I'm using the Real Techniques 101 brush. It's dirty because I use all my brushes every day, so sorry about that. But I really like this brush because it is massive, so it doesn't take long to do my face at all. I hate when you get a foundation brush and it's like really tiny. So I'm just gonna go in and whack it all on. And now I've put loads of that, slopped it all over my face. I'm just gonna go in with the Zoeva 107. This is a powder brush, but I use it as a buffer brush and it works really well for that. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of buff it all in and make it look a bit more like skin rather than just like I've dumped a load of foundation on my face. So now I'm going to put a bit of concealer under my eyes. Gracie decided to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning last night, and so I feel like a bit of a zombie and I need to cover up my eye bags. I'm using this NARS Radiant, what's it called? Radiant Creamy Concealer, which everyone raves about, so I ended up buying it. I gave in to the blogger hype. I don't love it. I'm finding it really hard to find a concealer that I really like, and I think I'm probably gonna go back to the good old faithful YSL Touche Éclat after this finishes, because I just find that that's way more like brightening. But I'm going to use this up first because it was a bit overpriced. I am going to just put a little bit of this under my eyes. And then I'm just going to dab it in with my finger. That my face is completed, I'm gonna start on my eyebrows. So I'm gonna use, where is it? Oh no. I'm back, I found it. I was looking for my Benefit Gimme Brow, and I was a bit dubious about this product when I first started using it. I was kind of like, it doesn't really have a point, but now I love it. I find that it just thickens up my eyebrows and makes me use a pencil less, which makes them look way more natural. So I'm just going to go through my brows with this. So now I'm just going to go in and pencil in a few gaps. I'm using the Instant Brow Pencil from Benefit also. I really like that eyebrow product actually. Oh my god, I've got coffee shakes, my hand's like, oh, mum life here. Now my eyebrows are done, I am going to line my eyes, and I only ever do the top half of my eyeliner just because I can't really be bothered to do the bottom, and I find just doing the top kind of opens my eye out a little bit. It makes me look less tired and dead, so I'm going to do that with the L'Oreal Super Liner. It's like a felt tip, and I've been using this for about 3 years or something now. I absolutely love it. It's got really good staying power, and it's just really easy to use, and you can kind of do it in a rush as well. Only thing I'm worried about today is because I've got the coffee shakes, it's going to be pretty hard to get a line. I think this is as good as it's going to get on this side. That looks acceptable, I think. Probably when I watch this back I'm going to be like, oh, I'm so wonky. Anyway, next I'm going to do my eyelashes, so I'm going to use another Benefit product. I really like this. It's the Roller Lash Benefit Mascara. I hate the packaging, but I really like the mascara. There we go, and now I'm going to go and do some bronzer. So I normally use the NARS, oh, what's it called? Laguna bronzer, but I let Gracie play with it and he smashed it, and it's the second one I've smashed now, so I'm like, I'm not buying another one. I'm going to teach myself a lesson, and until this runs out then I have to use this and not go and buy my other one. So I'm using the Benefit Hoola, which I don't love, but it's doing the job at the moment. It's just giving me a little bit of colour on my cheeks because I'm so pale. So I'm just gonna go in like this with my little brush. This is the Real Techniques, I'm not really sure. Oh, it's a contour brush, but I'm using it for my bronzer. That was a really aggressive blow I just did there. Right, so I'm gonna go like that. I always think I do my bronzer really weirdly because I kind of do like a mixture of a bronze and a contour, and I kind of try and use my brush to buff it in as well as apply it. So I do it really weirdly, but it works for my everyday makeup. And then I also sweep a tiny bit down the bridge of my nose and just across the top of my forehead there. Just sweep a bit under here around my jawline. There we go. Now that's all done, I'm going to put a little bit more highlighter on. I know I've already mixed it in with my foundation to kind of make my skin look a bit more alive, but I just want to highlight my cheekbones and, well, lack of cheekbones, and the bridge of my nose, which is probably a little bit of a weird place to put highlighter, I know, but I just like putting it there. And then I also do a tiny bit on my chin and a bit on my Cupid's bow. I love this highlighter. I've been using this for about 2 or 3 years as well, and I can't get on with any other highlighter after this. It's just the best. It's got like a really nice pinky sheen to it, and it just looks really natural as well. It's also really good for mixing in with other products. Going in on the cheek. So I kind of like swipe it across and then just dab it. A little bit. There we go, going back with my trusty baby wipe to get the rest of that off my hand. Next I do my blusher, and I've been using the same one for about 2 years. Everything I'm using is just like an old faithful. It is the MAC, I think it's called Pink Swoon, and it's just a really nice pink shade, and I really love pink toned blushes. I don't really tend to really go for anything else. I just think they suit my skin tone. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on with my disgustingly dirty MAC 108. It's kind of rubbed off, but I'm pretty sure it's a 108. I think this is a contour brush, but I'm using it for blush. Basically, I just use my brushes for anything other than what it says it should be used for. So here we go, let's put this on. next I'm just going to put a tiny bit more highlighter on, and I'm going to put it underneath my brows. So I'm going to use the Benefit Highbrow. I really like this. I like the way it looks, but I don't love the consistency of it. It is quite thick and creamy. I'm probably using it in the wrong way, but you know, I don't have time to read the instructions, and I hate reading instructions, so I'm just doing it my own way. So I'm just going to go in, literally just draw like a little bit of a line. And I'm also going to put a little bit in my tear duct bit there and do the other side too. Oh shit. Just draw a bit on my eyebrow too. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend it in with my chubby old finger. I should probably use a blending brush for this, but I'm too lazy. And the last little product that I like to use every day is the NARS Turkish Delight Lip Gloss. I love this stuff. I love it because it's so low maintenance and you can tell you're wearing it. It's kind of like, I hate the phrase, but it's kind of like my lips but better. It just gives you like a really nice nudie pink sheen, but if it wears off then you can't really tell, like you don't get any horrible lines. It's not too sticky, and Gracie doesn't try and like touch my face when I've got it on because you can't really notice that much. So it's just a really good, like nice natural everyday look. So I'm just going to pop this on now with the applicator. This is my second one of these. I love it, and they last for ages as well. So I'm all finished now. This is my everyday makeup look, my kind of like mum makeup. Everything I've used will be in my Wantfeed, so I'll pop a link down below to that. So if you liked the look of anything, then you can just go and check it out. I'll also pop the link to my blog post about my foundation in the bar below. And let me know if you liked watching this video, and I will see you all soon. Bye!